You ever notice how the room goes quiet when she starts talking? That ain't luck. That's Deb Robert. This message is brought to you by D.E.B. Roberts. Breaking News Blend. Not coffee. Not tea. This is clarity in a cup. One sip and suddenly, you're asking the right questions. You're smelling the bullshit before it hits the desk. You're looking dead into the camera like, nah, try again. Crafted for late nights, early mornings, and moments when the truth's hiding behind a cheap headline. No fluff. No spin. No anonymous sources named Trust Me, Bro. Just sharp focus, calm authority, and that unshakable look that says, I already know. Because when chaos hits, you don't need noise. You need Deb Roberts. Deb Roberts of Breaking News Blend. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and never blink first. Brought to you by Pizzaverse Studios, where the truth don't stutter.
Mugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
The mob lawyers. Power, plausible deniability, and the men who made crime legal. A Pizzaverse Studios crime documentary. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent Vinny DiPrio. The cleanest hands in the room. History remembers the killers. The bosses. The headline monsters. But organized crime didn't thrive because of violence. It thrived because of lawyers who knew exactly how far they could go and how to never cross the line on paper. Some men carried guns. Some carried orders. These guys, they carried the law and bent it till it screamed. The mob lawyers. Roy Cohn, The Blueprint. You don't understand mob lawyers until you understand Roy Cohn, former federal prosecutor, mentor to future power brokers, and longtime attorney to the Genovese and Gambino families. Cohn wasn't just a lawyer. He was a tactician. He taught mob bosses how to delay trials, intimidate witnesses legally, weaponize publicity, turn prosecutors into the villains. He bragged about his judges. He bragged about his prosecutors. He bragged about never losing. Psychologists explain Cohn's narcissism, grandiosity, and total lack of remorse. Roy Cohn didn't defend crime. He normalized it. And every mob lawyer who came after him, they studied the blueprint. Bruce Cutler and John Gotti. If Roy Cohn built the playbook, Bruce Cutler perfected the performance. Cutler wasn't just John Gotti's lawyer. He was his mouthpiece. Television interviews, press conferences, public narratives designed to poison juries before trials even started. Cutler didn't just defend Gotti. He turned him into a celebrity. And when prosecutors realized Cutler was passing messages between Gotti and the crew, they cut him off. Disqualified. Barred from the courtroom. Not convicted. Not jailed. Just removed. Because even when mob lawyers get caught, the system hesitates to touch its own. the commission case and the lawyers who fought it. The commission trial, the government's nuclear option. 5 families. 1 case. RICO laws pushed to the limit. Behind the scenes, an army of elite mob attorneys coordinating defenses, delaying tactics, and legal chaos. This wasn't one lawyer. This was a legal syndicate. They filed motions non-stop. They buried prosecutors in paperwork. They turned the courtroom into trench warfare. And even when bosses got convicted, the lawyers walked out with reputations intact and fee structures that doubled overnight. Michael Franzesi, legal advisors, and the gas scam. The gas tax scam didn't work without lawyers. Shell companies, paper executives, fake ownership trails. Every layer of that scam had a lawyer attached to it. Not asking questions. Not stopping crimes. Just making sure nobody could prove who knew what. Former mob associates explain how attorneys were used to register companies, shield bosses, absorb blame. The lawyers never touched the money. They just made it invisible.
You ever notice how everybody's selling something these days, but nobody stands behind it? That's the difference. This ain't hype. This ain't influencer bullshit. This is Frank Pecoraro. Frank don't put his name on garbage. Never did, never will. See, where Frank comes from, your name is your bond. You screw it up once, that name's finished. So when Frank backs a product, whether it's food, business, or something built to last, it's been tested. It's been questioned. And it's been approved the old way. Across a table. With people who don't forgive mistakes. This is quality you don't gotta explain. Trust you don't gotta sell. And standards that don't bend. No gimmicks. No shortcuts. No clowns. Just straight, reliable, do it right the first time shit. Frank Pecoraro. If his name's on it, you can take it to the bank and walk out smiling. Because reputations are hard to build, and real ones don't come with return policies.
When lawyers become defendants. Rare, but devastating. Cases where mob lawyers cross the line. Frank Regano, connections to Hoffa and Tampa mob. Attorneys indicted for obstruction. Lawyers charged with laundering fees. Here's the truth. When a mob lawyer goes down, it ain't because he didn't know better. It's because he thought he was untouchable. And most of them still never see a cell. Because the law punishes criminals harshly. But it punishes lawyers carefully. The psychology behind the suit. The shared traits. God complex. Detachment from consequence. Loyalty to power, not people. Mob lawyers don't ask, is this right? They ask, can this be defended? And once you start thinking that way long enough, everything becomes legal. even murder. If you're far enough away. The mob didn't beat the system. It joined it. And the most dangerous criminals in American history didn't run crews. They ran retainers. This was the mob lawyers. The men who taught organized crime how to survive the modern world. By hiding in plain sight. Written by Bambi Palermo. Produced by Pizzaverse Studios. If this opened your eyes, subscribe. Share it. And stick around. Because next episode, that's where the money moves. Next time, meet the guys who never ordered a hit, but made every hit possible. The bagmen. The couriers who moved millions through. JFK. Vegas. Miami. Chicago. No guns. No badges. No questions. Just instructions. They didn't own the money. They didn't keep receipts. They just carried it. And when one bag went missing, whole families went to war. The bagmen. How mob money traveled first class while the law stayed grounded. Because power ain't who pulls the trigger. It's who carries the envelope. Coming soon, Pizzaverse Studios. Admiral impeaches Iron Fist pasta sauce. The sauce that conquers continents. You ever eat a bowl of rigatoni and think, this could use more global domination? Well, now you can, with Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce, made from real tomatoes grown in embargo zones and simmered down with top-secret military spices. One bite? Boom, you'll be planning invasions from your kitchen table. Features. Explosive flavor detonates on your tongue like a 50-megaton meatball. Classified ingredients. Even the FDA ain't cleared to know what's in it. Battle-tested recipe. Perfected on submarines, backrooms, and meetings that never made the papers. Mikey the Hammer. I put this sauce on my steak once. The steak tapped out. Nick Palermo. I spilled a jar on my shirt and 3 guys declared me their capo. Lopez. Legally, I gotta say don't buy it. But unofficially, best damn sauce I ever used to bribe a judge. Special offer. Order 2 jars today and get a complimentary ceasefire breadsticks. They'll stop any argument in its tracks. Admiral impeaches Iron Fist pasta sauce. This ain't Nonna's recipe, unless Nonna ran Black Ops.
There's smoke in the sky again, so I'm getting high again. Take another hit to the diaphragm. I never drew the diagram, how to deal with this shit, so I still and lie again. Whoa, you're my dream, you're my nightmare. Life is a bitch, she don't fight fair. Leave you right there, I was hoping that you'd notice my despair. Run away from the pain, I don't care. Cause first day in sight, the violence. Turn around and then they invite the silence. Burn it down and I think I need some guidance. The kiss it's repetitive. Sex, rock and roll, sedatives. Degenerates need medicine. Spend money for the hell of it. I don't give a fuck what they selling like I'm celibate. No, and I know I'm a piece of shit. Should've learned by now. Peace needed quick or a piece of it. In school they ain't teaching it. Each of us trying to find release, but it seems a bit slow. First day in sight, the violence turn around, and then they invite the silence, burn it down. I think I need some guidance. The kids don't stand a chance. No, the kids don't stand a chance. Old man trouble back again, fucking up my plans like oh no, oh no. I'm back to the black again, getting fucked up again. Oh no, oh no. Old man trouble back again, thought I had the upper hand. Oh no, oh no. I'm back to the black again, getting fucked up again. Oh no, oh no. I drink, smoke, whatever you selling, I'm a sick joke. My president's a felon and I can't cope. I'm in love with the pain, so I stick poke with my kin folk. Give me drink, smoke,